Yeah, she's got the anime hair thing where the hair's in front of her eyes, which means she's like mind-controlled or evil.
Right.
Kraid's Lair is a big maze. There is one optimal way to go, but there are so many branching paths that you can get really lost in Kraid's Lair. The top right area in particular has, if you look, there's literally nothing up there, but there's so many hallways. And you just explore them all, and you're like, this was so pointless, I hate life. So we're going to get these missiles and not go in that direction. That's Metroid in a nutshell, though. This is so pointless, I hate life.
Well, maybe that's why I never played it.
The original Metroid, Super Metroid, is quite a bit better, but we've got to start somewhere. So this is where we're going to start.
Sounds about right.
I am sorry, I was thinking for a second, so I wasn't actually heading in a direction.
You drinking for a second? Oh, don't make me laugh.
Thanks, Sans. I'm the skeleton guy.
Papyrus?
Yes.
You couldn't think of his name?
I thought of his name. I just wanted to, for those who didn't know his name.
Oh, yeah.
Of course I know his name. I played that game for 11 hours last week.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Likely story.
Another. Yeah, it was a likely story because it happened.
Oh.
That's how likely it was.
That's very likely.
Thank you.
Highly probable.
It was a highly probable tale.
Of the Underlands.
Thank you, Tim Burton.
What?
It's not Wonderland, it's Underland. Also, I hate your childhood.
Oh, is that what he says during that movie that I blocked out of my brain?
The Alice in Wonderland remake, which they've now done through the Looking Glass, which is apparently more terrible.
Wait, nobody... I couldn't believe anyone went to see that one in the first place. Well, I went and saw it, but I couldn't believe it made $1 billion. And then finally, when the second one came out, people were like, oh yeah, this is terrible. But I'm like, what about the Transformers factor? Everyone loved the first one for inexplicable reasons. Even though it was awful.
Is that what it's called now? The Transformers factor is when a terrible movie is inexplicably popular and they make 5 more of them.
Yeah.
I like it. I can get behind that terminology. Everyone, let's start using that online. Anyway, so here's kind of a scary bit with Kraid's Lair.
Oh, there's no, that's the Beatles that I'm talking about.
Yeah. So you're exploring and then you're like, oh, can I go in that door? What's and I hit like 4 of those guys on the way down.
Turns out we can't go in that door.
You can, but it just leads back to where you were. And you're like,
ooh, there's a jumper.
That was weird.
Those jumpers are like...
They're called side hoppers, if you want to know.
Oh, well, I wasn't too far off. But there's things that are like them in Mega Man.
That's true. As you can see on the map, which we're not supposed to have, you can actually go down in that room, which I will be in a second. But first, there's some missiles over here, if I can get it without jumping into the acid. Now, you may think 175 missiles is an extremely large amount of missiles.
That's what I was thinking.
And you would be right. But, Kraid is a little difficult, so it's good to have a lot of missiles for him.
What about Ridley?
Ridley we already killed.
Oh, you're right.
And are you ready? Here's Kraid.
Kraid? Ah! It's Bowser!
Oh, it's Kraid.
No, it's Bowser!
I just killed him with a screw tack, though.
Wow. With 1 hit?
That's not actually Kraid, that's fake Kraid. That you're like, oh my gosh, it's Kraid, he's right here, and then you kill him really easily.
Fake Kraid, or Fade, as I like to call him.
Fade?
Yeah, he's fake Kraid.
Isn't that, I was thinking there's a Fade in Mass Effect that is like an information broker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
I'm sure there are lots of Fades in fiction. What is your favorite Fade from fiction? Post online and support our Patreon. For no reason. Well,
No,
for a reason.
for a reason.
We've actually got one now. Now I can, Alright, here's the real Kraid, because he's got the spooky room in front of him.
Ooh, that was a spooky room.
Here's real Kraid. Problem is, you either have to hit him at point blank.
He's kind of half Bowser, half Birdo.
He looks a little like Big Bird.
Oh.
And he's way bigger in later games. In this game, he's as tall as Samus.
Yeah.
And you can't shoot him until you freeze his middle spike.
Freeze his middle spike, do it!
Because if you get on... I did, but now I'm stuck! Ah! This is not helpful. There we go.
Freeze his middle spike! That's the advice I have for you.
Anyway, he's dead now. And I got 75 missiles out of it. But I took it took me a lot of missiles to get him. Here's the secret of Kraid's room.
Secret of the ooze.
There's an energy tank down there, which is really not easy to get, but I got it. Hey, Alex, man, what's up? Have you seen this Lua scripted Metroid before?
You know what it is.
Does Alex know what Lua script is?
I don't know.
We'll find out. But for now,
that was a scary room. I like the design of that scary room.
You want to look at it more?
Yes.
Here we go again.
Scary.
I'm the room.
Good guy now.
I'll grind on this bug until you're done with this room.
Gross.
Are you done with this
Do
room
you
yet?
like us grinding on this bug?
Gross.
Support our Patreon.
No, that's it. We're out of here. You've looked at it enough. So, if you look at the map, it's easy to figure out which way to go. But if you don't have it, you just end up spending 5 million years getting lost.
That's a lot of years.
I've made that point so many times, but it's what people remember about the original Metroid.
Did you get lost?
That you get lost all the time.
This because is why I didn't play it very much.
Because the game cartridge didn't have enough memory to make a whole lot of unique. And it made a lot of unique, but not a whole lot of unique. And this part's really annoying too, because you gotta kind of shoot up through this stuff. And it's really easy for, if you don't have these counting numbers, then it's really easy to get, like, when these blocks respawn, it hurts you and pushes you off to the side, and you have to, like, follow away to the bottom of the room and redo the whole thing. So this part is super annoying.
Better counting numbers and counting sounds.
I just screwed it up.
I kind of have thought, thinking over this game, I kind of know why I wasn't that interested in it.
Because it wasn't fun?
No, it's got good gameplay and all that, but I'm
visually
kind of more of a visual person. It's not that the game isn't that visually interesting to me.
Well, it was
to me.
Like, you have no idea what I was going to say, do you?
Go ahead. I was still finishing my thought.
Right. So to answer you, Alex, the ROM itself has not been modified. It's got a Lua script on it, which all that. Oops, I keep jumping in. All it does is add the mini map and the like max missile count, which now I have max missiles, which is 255.
Max missiles. That's my new superhero name.
So all it does is add this mini map. Now I've got 35 out of 36. I've only got one thing left to get, and it's that energy tank that we already saw in Brinstar.
It's that thing.
But other than that, this is just Metroid, like straight up. Like the levels, I'm playing with the Suitless Samus code, which is not Justin Bailey, but all zeros except for a 2 is the second to last on both the lines of the password. So it's like zeros and then 20, and then zeros and then 20. And that will give you Suitless Samus at the beginning of the game with no power-ups, whereas Justin Bailey like starts you with Norfair and you have like a random amount of missiles and whatever. So...
Hey dude, not to interrupt your diatribe here for a second, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Alright, so...
I know you're close to the end.
I know.
Oh, can I get out of this monstrosity?
You're the one who blocked yourself in. Okay, so while he's trying to figure out how to go to the bathroom, I've got to make it to the other side of the shaft somehow. Which I might just have to jump down it and then come back up. Yeah, it makes Metroid 1 playable. That is correct, Alex, man. That's kind of why I threw it on here, because I played Metroid 1 enough that I don't really need it. But I figured I'd show it off for people who are interested in playing Metroid 1, but who get really frustrated by how kind of unforgiving it is. And that's why I've been saying a lot, like, I'd be totally lost without this map. I wouldn't be, but people get that way. So, if you want to get this Lua script, you have to be using the emulator FCEUX, which has Lua script's capability. And then, it's off the Metroid database. It also comes with a graphics hack that's MDB Troid, which, it's kind of a cool graphics hack. But you can play the script without the graphics hack if you want to, and that's what I'm doing. So it's still like the authentic Metroid experience for the stream. Because that graphics hack also changes a couple of things. It adds Like, it changes the layout of Ridley's room, so he's actually difficult, but I wanted to show off the original. Also because I just didn't want him to be different. Anyway, let's get this last energy tank. Oops. I froze him way too. You'd rather have a luau? Well, you're talking about chicken McNuggets. That was kind of making me hungry. Okay, we gotta respawn this guy, and then freeze him. And that will let us... Oops. What the heck? I couldn't jump at the right spot. And if you look, that's 36 out of 36. That's all the items in the game. So let's finish this turkey off. I don't think I'm going to beat it in 6 minutes. That's my record. But it'll be around an hour and a half-ish. I don't even, there's not really 20 minutes left in this game. I'd say there's like 10, maybe 15. We do want to collect missiles though. So I know I asked this when I played Super Metroid Randomizer the other day, that was like a month ago or more. But what's your Metroid experience? How many of you have actually played this first Metroid? And of those, how many of you have actually passed the first Metroid? Just out of curiosity. Old Doodler doesn't really like it. He's like, it's got too many spikes and not enough cute dinosaurs. The only dinosaurs with giant fire-breathing gargoyles. Now he's stuck in the bathroom. Okay, I've just been climbing a giant blue shaft for the past 20 minutes.
It's been like 3 minutes.
Well, it's a very long shaft. Shaft. It's
That's
where
what
you
she
get the.
said.
It's where you get the. It's where you get the long beam, if you know what I mean. Nobody in chat has ever beat the first Metroid, or at least that has responded so far.
And nobody but Jeffrey in this room has beaten.
I'm very unique.
Unique.
Fast Eagle, who's commenting currently on YouTube, so it's putting his real name on the internet. Plays Samus in Smash Brothers. So does that count?
No, go away.
Blue shaft, gross. Just talking about the blue shaft. Can you dig it? Anyway, so here's the special boss room. You can't get through this room until you beat Kraid and Ridley, but once you do, you can shoot their faces, and it makes a bridge.
He really looks like Bowser.
But here comes the creepiest part of the game, because now we get to go fight Mother Brain in Toriel. No, that's under Dictail again. It's a very straightforward area if you look at the map, but it's got these guys. Dun dun dun, Metroid! Rawr. Get up here, Metroid! If you go down farther, then more Metroids spawn and you get screwed over, because the only way to kill them is you freeze them, hit them with 5 missiles, and that's it. If they latch onto you, they will start draining your health. They don't drain it that fast, actually, but if you get more than one locked onto you, so you went too fast in the room, then they start draining your health way quicker, and basically you're dead. And the only way to get them off of you is to bomb them off of you, and it's not easy, because the bombs are not very predictable. So I'm going to try to not get one of them stuck on me.
Don't get not one of them.
And then there's this door that takes 10 missiles. So as all these, if you don't kill the Metroids, if you come to here with a wave beam and you can't kill them, and you have to shoot 10 missiles at that door and you pretty much are hosed. Anyway, here are the evil SpaghettiOs. I hate these more than the Metroids. In this room, they're not too bad. But
why is that?
You'll find out once we get to Mother Brain. They are super annoying. I keep turning invisible because I keep getting hit. Do I keep turning invisible? I'm not. I'm looking at the stream output now. I should probably be paying attention to this game instead of looking at the stream, especially when I'm fighting Metroids.
Hey, Metroids.
Yeah,
that's what this game's about.
It's true. Metroid, by the way, is a portmanteau of Metro and Android.
because they come from the sea?
No, because originally Metroid was referring to Samus, who wears a big robot suit, so they're thinking android. And Metro because she's underground, like the Metro, like the subway.
It all comes full circle.
That's where the name comes from. Anyway, I think I keep turning into... Are you talking about the screw attack when I'm doing the thing and she's like... That's the screw attacks when I'm all glowing. Ah, here's where those SpaghettiOs start getting annoying. They're actually called Rinkas. Rinka-dinka-doo. Metrosexual androids.
Gross.
That's what these things are. That's why they're jellyfish. That doesn't make any sense.
You don't make sense.
Thing is, these SpaghettiOs keep spawning, and there's always 3 of them on the screen, and they always spawn from the same spot and home in straight for you. So if you don't freeze them all, then you kind of just keep getting pummeled by them. And the instant you kill one, another one immediately respawns. So
cut off one head, and another rises to take its place.
That's why they're called Rinkas. Wait.
What?
I was thinking Chimera and then Rinka. Never mind.
It's Hydra.
Look, there's lots of problems with my thought process just now. I'm fighting Metroids, okay? It's not like my thoughts are able to be spared for...
You can't even finish that sentence.
I've got a guy stuck on me. Now I'm going to die because there's 3 of them. Crap. Get off of me, you jerks. There's 3 Metroids on me. Get off. Get off of me. Ah! That's what I get when I talk about Hydras. Freeze, 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 freeze. Okay, we're good. That was a thing.
I do like the design of the Metroids.
Let's never have that happen again.
Metroids themselves are very iconic.
I just lost 3 energy tanks, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, almost 3. That was... Stop talking to me about Greeks. I'm fighting Metroids here. Ah, 2 of them.
Greeks?
Yeah, Hydras and whatever.
Oh, you mean Greek monsters?
Well, they're still Greeks, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all Greeks to me.
They're not. Crap. Get off of me, you jerk. This is like a really bad run for me. I usually do quite a bit better than this.
Yeah.
That's all. I was going to post it and be like, hey, look at my impressive Metroid run, and people on YouTube would be like, ooh, that's a pretty good one. And but now it's going to be like, look at this idiot screw up in Metroid a lot.
He's terrible.
Have you seen Moana? Daniel is asking.
Yes, that's why I did You're Welcome. I wondered if anyone was going to pick up on that.
I haven't actually seen it yet because I have no children and therefore am a soulless monster of orthodoxy.
Well, that's true, but not for all the reasons.
Anyway, so this is the pathway to Mother Brain. There are no more Metroids in the game, thankfully, but there are these stupid Rinkas, and if you don't destroy these barriers quick enough, these Zebatites is what they're called, they start regrowing, and you can only destroy them with missiles. So they're super ridiculous. So
that's why you need 900 missiles.
That's why you need 900 missiles, is because these things keep respawning. Once you've killed it, it's gone, but until you kill it, it will regrow until it's back to normal strength. And you keep getting knocked around by these stupid SpaghettiOs the whole time. And also these guns at the top will start shooting you a lot. Ah! Ah! This is why Mother Brain is so hard, not because she doesn't do anything once we finally get to her. She just sits there in a jar, but it's all these stupid, it's
Rinka-dinka-doos.
Rinka-dinka-doos and Zebatites and booger guns.
Ooh.
So you freeze all 3 of them, and then you get knocked off, and then the one starts coming back, and the physics are against you even more so than the game is. Because of how, and if you accidentally hit the button twice, then you destroy the Rinka-dinka-doo. You never know from whence they spawn, so you gotta wait for this one to come over, and then freeze it, but nope, you killed the other one. It's just frustrating. And while you're trying to freeze those again, that thing regrows. So So sometimes you just gotta say, screw it, I'm gonna waste missiles, I'm gonna screw attack those dudes, and then I'm back down here again. Wow, this is... And now it's back at full strength.
Haha! I mean, that's too bad.
Yeah, isn't it? Get out of the way, rinka-dinka-doos. See, now I'm down to 132 out of 255. I've also downed 4 energy tanks, but here's Mother Brain. I think I'll be okay now. Wow. I gotta get my head in the game, guys.
Yes!
Thanks for that.
Oh, I'm just interested. Because I'm actually, like, watching, so I'm not thinking about what I'm saying.
See, that's...
I want to see Mother Brain.
Yeah, there she kind of is on the edge of the screen.
She looks like a deformed elephant.
Well, don't talk about your mother that way.
I'll talk about her in my brain. See what I did there?
Yeah, no, it worked. All right, so we've got all 3 of them frozen. I can stand here.
Shoot her.
This is actually very ideal because she takes like
Don't kill her. She's a beautiful princess of Video Land.
I think she takes 20 missiles to kill.
Listen, I've been waiting an hour and a half to say that. So
I know you have.
Could have a better response than just, whatever.
Look, my response is this. I'm trying to
kill that beautiful princess of Video Land.
Not easy. Actually, this looks easier than it is. But as you can see from earlier parts of this room, I've just gotten kind of lucky with freezing everything.
Isn't this Mother Brain from Chrono Trigger?
No, that one would be like, ho ho ho, I will wipe your mind. Or, now I'm stuck in Rinka-Dinka-Doo land. Don't get me out of the lava.
Speedrun, folks. This guy is an expert at this game. It's his favorite series. He's doing great.
Look, I did it with 116. I'm only 5 minutes past that.
It's falling apart.
Now here comes the real fun bit. Time bomb set. Get out fast. Now I gotta jump up this long shaft of death.
That's what she said.
It's a long shaft of death. Yeah, that's what Samus said, because that's what she's doing now. She's so independent. That made sense in my brain.
She's
I'm not
the
going
United
to...
States of America.
She's indivisible. Because she keeps turning invisible.
I get it.
The problem is, if you make one wrong step here, you fall almost all the way back down to the bottom, so you just gotta be real careful. Also, this music doesn't really... It's got like an alarm to it, but it's the one piece of music that's actually kind of like peppy. It is Mother Brain from Captain N. That's what the Mother Brain from Captain N is based on. Okay, you guys ready for the message at the end of the game? Great, you fulfilled your mission. It will revive peace in space, but it may be invaded by the other Metroid. Pray for a true peace in space. That's what video games gave you at the end of them.
That's the best thing since ninjas have kidnapped the president.
And if you beat it fast enough and you didn't play with suitless Samus, this is where she'd take off her suit and then wave at you, and you'd be like, Samus was a girl? And your brain would
take off more. What?
No. Anyway, that was the original Metroid, everybody. That was our warm-up game. Now it's 8:30. The scenario was written by Kano.
Now we know.
Thoughts on Metroid, Doodler?
I liked it. It's shorter than I originally thought.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, it was like an hour and a half.
Tanaka.
And that was a 100% run too, so it wasn't bad. I just messed up a lot. I could have been much better. Lost about 5 minutes.
So my thoughts. Okay.
Okay.
So the game seems. I'm sure I could do it. Like back in the day, I think it was more like. I just didn't care for the character designs, and it was kind of sparse as far as being visually interesting.
Right.
Not knocking the Metroid series or anything. It was just
well,
my takes on
1986. It was early NES.
Yeah.
So graphic design hadn't progressed very much yet at that point.
Right, but you compare it to like, Mario 3 or something. And,
Mario 3 was later. That was '89.
Okay, but.
You compare this like Mario 1 or like the original Legend of Zelda. That was the time period.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay.
So by the time I played this, I was already comparing it to more visually interesting games.
Gotcha.
And, it just... So many Nintendo games are so hard that I didn't want to play all the way through them. I didn't know how long they'd be.
True.
You know, it's like the same thing when I started
122.
Dragon Warrior or started one of these other ones. They might be good games, I just didn't want to take all the time to get through them.
See you next mission, question mark?
Hee.
All that stuff at the bottom is added by the Lewis script. Normally it just says the end.
Whereas other games that are also very difficult, where I kind of enjoyed the style a little bit more, style, like Prince of Persia, I just, you know, I'd go through and I just play each level like 40 times until I got them right.
Right, and that was like 7 years later as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of later games, well, thanks for watching Metroid, first of all. I love the series. I love the exploration about it. I love just being able to kind of poke around and be like, ooh, what's behind this wall? And I don't know, that just appeals to me as a gamer.
And that is fine. That's fine. Some people are more about gameplay. Some people are more about visuals.